On page 129, we have some more vocabulary words. We're not ready to glue, but these are the ones you'll need. Hurricane, indigo, latitude, and legislature. So let's start with hurricane. And when you open this one up, you will see this picture. Hurricane. So first, let's break our syllables. I know those double R's will get broken. Hurricane. This is how I believe it is. Let me double check it. The part I'm not sure about is the R-I-C. So let me just be sure. You can look this up on Google by simply typing in the word and then the word syllables. And let me just be sure I have broken it. Number of syllables is 3, which we knew that. And I want to see how it is properly divided. We got it right. Okay. I should have checked beforehand. So let's break this down. This U is a vowel. It's R controlled. So the R is changing the sound of the U. This is where I got mixed up because I'm hearing a short I, an I sound, and usually that only happens with a closed syllable. But the C is in the next part of the word. So this A is the vowel, the E is silent here. This is pronounced hurricane. Hurricane. A hurricane is a large windstorm that forms over an ocean. You cannot get a hurricane on a river or in a lake. You can only get it over an ocean. It needs a lot of room to grow. Hurricanes can be hundreds of miles across. They can be enormous storms. They're very dangerous. They have high winds and they can bring lots of rain. High winds. And let me just go ahead and give you another bit of information here. Hurricanes are measured on the Saffir-Simpson scale. And let me check my spelling. I'm going to give you some details here. This is your science term, so we want to give you the science word. Saffir has 2 F's. Saffir-Simpson scale. And let me see if I can find, yes, okay. A Category 1 storm. These are given category names. So a hurricane can be a Category 1, a Category 2, a Category 3, a Category 4, or a Category 5. So when you talk about hurricanes, you're going to hear those terms used. So a Category 1 storm has wind speed of 74, it's a good thing I looked, to 95 miles an hour. So if the top wind speed is 95 miles an hour, you still have a Category 1 storm. Category 2 is 96 to 110 miles per hour. So let me ask you to think about this in terms of how fast we drive a car. If you're on the interstate, how fast are you driving? 70, 75 miles an hour. So that speed is the low end of a Category 1 storm. Category 4 is 130 to 156 miles an hour. I have never ridden in a car at that speed. The highest I have ever traveled, fastest I've ever traveled in a car is about 95 miles an hour. I was doing a ride along when I was in school with the police department, and we were going to a call, and I was scared to death at 90 miles an hour. That's still a Category 1. Category 5 is 157 miles an hour or more. So once the storm gets to this wind speed, it can't survive at that speed forever. But that is an incredibly strong hurricane. 157 miles an hour will literally wipe out a whole state if it hits just right. So those are catastrophic storms. And those are on the Saffir-Simpson scale. You hear this all the time in hurricane season. It's relevant to our unit because when Columbus was traveling to the New World, it was hurricane season. Hurricanes bring lots of rain. As I'm filming this, we just had Hurricane Helene that came through Florida and into the mountains of North Carolina, absolutely devastated North Carolina. They had 31 inches of rain in parts of North Carolina. That's almost 3 feet of rain. And it literally washed away towns. That is inland from the hurricane, so it's incredibly strong, dangerous storms. Okay, the part of speech is a noun. Hurricanes are sometimes called cyclones. And in the Pacific Ocean, they're called typhoons. So I should go back and say that it is the Atlantic Ocean if we're calling it a hurricane. If you are in the Pacific Ocean, it's called a typhoon. Okay, here's a picture of a hurricane that I've drawn in. I just used a map. This is the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricanes like the Gulf of Mexico because they like warm water. If they get into warm water, they will get strong very quickly. Over here is the Atlantic Ocean. This, of course, is Florida sticking down there. You can see Cuba and Haiti. So this hurricane that I've drawn here, it rotates, and I should have put that. I just wanted you to see that rotation there. So let's go back to our definition and add to that. And it rotates as it moves. So you can imagine as that storm is churning and turning, it's throwing water around, it's moving waves, it's causing high storm surge. These are incredibly dangerous storms. Even Category 1 storms can cause serious trouble. Hurricane is the word. So you can glue that in at the top of this page.